as you know, my name is Coffe Iman, where I go by Coffe Iman. This is my Candid Convos. So Felicia, can you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hi, my name is Felicia, also known as Honey. That's my bartender name. Um, I don't know.
And what product do you sell, or how did you get involved in? Because your company is called Drinks by Fifi, right?
It's called Drinks on Fee.
Okay, Drinks on Fee. Gotcha.
Shameless plug. It's called Drinks on Fee. So what I do is I have a line of teas, um, craft teas. I have a peach honey tea. I have a mango. Oh, no, that's not mango. Let me show you mango. Hold on. I got mango honey tea.
Okay.
And then I have a honey apple crisp. Now, this is not tea, but it's 100% mixture of different juices and fresh fruit and honey.
Okay.
So that's my product line. That's my product line. And I'm also a mobile bartender.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, so that's what my company is. I provide services, beverage services.
Okay. So how did you get started? Initially get started with the teas that you create.
I initially got started, believe it or not, the teas came after the actual bartending. Um, I originally started out, it started as a need and a prayer. Um, I'm pretty blessed with my hands. I can do a lot of creative stuff. I do like centerpieces and parties and stuff like that. But I realized that wasn't my lane. Like that wasn't, it just wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And I had a financial need. And I prayed one day and I wrote this whole vision, like I wrote this whole business plan and vision out. And when I actually took some time to look at it, it was mobile bartending. It was not actual mobile bartending. It was mobile martini making classes.
Ooh.
So I was like, okay, God, like I'm the last person that would be doing like a martini class or anything like that. So it was a process for me to actually get started, but I knew where it came from, so I pursued it. I pursued that. And then I went to bartending school, and before I could even finish bartending school, people were calling me to like do parties and stuff like that. Um, I'm typically over my church's anniversary.
Okay.
So I was supposed to do, we have a thing called Taste of Praise Alive. That's the church I go to. So we normally do like a Taste of Chicago, but it's at our church. And, each person make a dish and we go around and we donate the money. So I was extremely tired, just extremely tired. I was supposed to do some type of potato bar, right?
Okay.
So I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I cannot cook all these potatoes.
Okay.
It's me. So she said, well, you do drinks, and I have a signature drink. The drink that I was making like at different parties was honey apple crisp.
Okay.
Kind of a play on my name. So she was like, won't you make a drink? You do drinks. I was like, maybe I'll do some virgin drinks. So I was like, forget it. I'll do teas. I was going to do a regular tea, lemon tea, regular tea, and lemonade. So I went and got stuff for that. I got home in my kitchen, mixing up the tea, tasted it. Everything was good, but it just didn't have my signature on it. I felt like, like it's good, but it ain't really great,
Okay.
I needed something to stand out. So I just stood at the kitchen sink. I really stood at the kitchen sink and I kind of looked around, said a little prayer like, okay, God, I'm going to be before the people tomorrow. I got to have something good. I want to sell out. Yeah. So I, start thinking about my favorite fruit, which is peaches. One of my favorite fruits is peaches. I had some of that at home.
Okay.
And honey. I love honey. I mean, you give me some honey and I pretty much put it on anything. So before I know it, I was mixing my peaches and my honey and some other ingredients in this tea. And when I tasted it, it was like, this is it. Okay, this is my signature drink. And the first one I made was the peach. And I went to the celebration the next day, and I started to sell. I had 3 teas. I had lemon. I had my signature tea, which was the honey, peach honey tea, and I had pink lemonade. I couldn't stay at my station long enough to sell the tea because it was selling out like every time.
Oh.
Like they're like, oh my God, what is this? And I had, fresh fruit. So I had to ask someone to stand there and sell the tea while I made it. Like I went to the church kitchen and, was making tea the whole day.
Yeah.
So that's when I realized, like, okay, this is a hit. This is bigger than me, basically. So I pretty much sold out. I sold out at the church event. The following Saturday, I had a vending event where they wanted me to come and bartend their event. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take some tea. I'll just take some tea. Decided to bottle it, took some tea, and the tea sold out. I ended up selling more tea than I ended up bartending. So at the event, my tea's like, I only took maybe 30 and they sold out within like the first 10 minutes. I had like a taster and I'm like, okay, God, I see you. And I really, go ahead.
I was saying that's funny. Keep going.
So my customers, as they taste the tea, they kept asking me, like, does alcohol come with this? Does alcohol come with this? So I found myself doing both. I was selling tea and then, kind of pouring a spirit to go with the tea, pouring. So people were walking out with 2 things in their hand. When I went home, evaluated it, came up with the perfect balance so you can get the tea with or without alcohol. And that's pretty much the story.
That's exciting in itself, don't you think?
Yes. And I still can't believe it's taking off like this.
Yeah, because I see you everywhere. And then you always have a nice supply. You have a excellent display. It's not just like, come get a cup. It's this whole experience, guys, when she's serving this tea. So is this something you would like to, because basically it's turned you into an entrepreneur. So is this something you would like to grow where you could sell the teas on the shelf? Or is this more of a personal thing you would just like to keep making it as a mobile tea company?
Well, absolutely. The bigger the better. I realize that it's bigger than me. I've tried to take a back seat to the tea a few times because I'm like, okay, this is getting too big,
No.
Right. I work a full-time job and I have a 6-year-old. So if that means anything,
it means
but
a lot.
I'm a single mom. So I try to take a backseat to it and it's just not happening. So, when you realize something is bigger than you, you just go with it. I do believe that, I prayed for my lane and God gave me this. And I want to pursue it. My short-term goal is to get into our community, the mom and pop Black stores, small owned restaurants. I'm in one restaurant. It's called Taste Like Heaven.
Okay.
It's in Thornton Township. But I want to get into the smaller, into our community. I want, the African American community to allow this drink to do what it's been doing. I want it to, that's why I want to go short term. Long term.
Is it now? I know you going into the smaller stores. Is it an organic drink or is it just, that good sugar? Is it like the grandma's tea?
Well, it's not a whole bunch of sugar. It's made with honey and real fruit. So a lot of the sugar comes from the honey and the real fruit.
And the fruit, okay.
Yep. Yeah,
that should be good.
Very
and so what challenges have you basically faced? Because you say you're a single mom and you were kind of like catapulted after your church event into being this tea and drink entrepreneur. So what challenges have you faced so far?
I would say help. assistance, help. When, you take on something this big, it's wonderful to get a call and say, well, we need 1,500 bottles. But, you know,
By
that's
when is your
amazing.
by when is your next question, right?
Yes, so by when? And I thank God, that a group of, I was connected to the right people at the right time, but just help, basically taking it to the next level, because it's just me, and this is not no one else's dream but mine. So it's hard to get help, and then you really can't pay, right? I really don't have the resources to pay much, but I do hire people for my other events. But for
Okay.
my tea, I don't have the resources to hire. I would say the manpower to push the
Yeah.
product. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
I can see that, especially if you're doing something sensitive as like your tea recipe or something. You don't want someone else just not putting in the right ingredients, or something happens where some bottles taste one way and the next bottle tastes the other way, and they're like, "What did Felicia do?"
yeah.
So, now that you kind of know, I guess, what other entrepreneurs how they start, um, do you have any type of plan, or do you suggest anyone else who's starting it? Because this is not just like a product, this is a product people consume. So do you have any advice for somebody that is starting off, or says, yes, this seems like something I would like to support her on, or actually make my own company?
The first question, I would say absolutely do it. I almost didn't do it because of fear. So I had to really ride my faith, um, and just do it. It was outside of my comfort zone. Um, I love people. I love serving people. So I knew I would be good at that portion of it.
Mhm.
But taking on this huge project, your mind can just kind of take you to where you just don't think you can do it. It seems like it's too big for you. But I would just encourage anyone that wanted to start out to just do it. Just start. And I just believe that, if it's something that is meant for you to do, then the resources and the people will come. Your help will come. Mine has always come. Um, so that was the first part of the question. The second part of the question was, I don't remember. What did you ask me?
How would you basically gave people encouragement on how to, if they wanted to start, but what advice or what suggestions would you have for someone who wants to assist you, or they say, hey, I don't want to own my own company, but I want to see hers grow?
Oh, all help is welcome. All help is welcome. I would definitely, vet them, and there will be contracts put in place. But any investments, any resources, it's all welcome. It's definitely welcome. You don't have to, and that's the thing. Everyone, some people think that everyone has to start a company. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just have to stand behind someone to help push their dream. Um, and I think that that'll be a huge success too. Because it's like I said, this is bigger than me. I can't even explain that. It's so much bigger than me. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm definitely gonna stick with it until I see the vision
Okay.
come to fruition.
Now, can we expect any new flavors that you have brewing over there that we can get excited about?
Yes, I've been doing a soft release of pineapple. I've been doing a soft release of pineapple. I'm a perfectionist, so it has to be, right. So I go through this process where I'll make it. I made it, and I taste it the first day, taste it the second day, and then by the fourth day, there's a completely different flavor to it. So
Okay.
I'm kind of messing around with the recipe to perfect it.
Yeah.
Uh, I have a tasting group of people, and they love it. But for me, it has to be consistent. So I want a good, consistent product whether you taste it day 1 or day 4, I need it to taste the same. So I can't really release it. Excuse me, but pineapple is what's happening.
Next thing brewing. Now, what size bottles do you sell?
So I don't want to step away, but this bottle, these sizes are 12 ounces. These
Okay.
are 12 ounces. Because of COVID and the pandemic, I ordered some bottles to give to the essential workers, and they ended up sending me the wrong bottle. So I had some 8-ounce bottles that I was selling for a moment, but I pretty much give that size away.
Do you sell anything larger than the 12 ounces?
I'm working on it. I'm actually working on it. I guess I can let the cat out the bag.
Give me some exclusives.
Okay. So I kind of mentor a few people, and
Okay.
I'm noticing that everybody's getting my bottles, the same bottles. The industry is, growing so fast, and everybody's kind of doing the same thing. So I've been getting a lot of people asking me, about these particular bottles, not just plastic, but the same exact bottle.
Okay.
And for me, I like to be different, different. So we're working on right now, because I'm working on shipping. That's another thing. So exclusive. I have people from all, various states, at least 12 asking me, do I ship? So I've been working on glass. I've been working on different packaging and bottling to get it across the country.
Okay.
And those bottles are ranging anywhere from 12.9 ounces to 16 ounces.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited because we get bigger packaging. Of course, you want more tea in the bottle. And then you have a new flavor that hopefully we can get the pineapple flavor going. But right now you have the honey crisp. I know I'm gonna get the apple crisp.
Mm-hmm.
And the mango, right?
The mango honey tea.
Mango honey tea. And then what? You said sometimes you serve those with alcohol. Do you serve it within those tea bottles, or how does that work?
Yes. And it also varies when I'm doing my private events, because again, I'm a mobile bartender. So when I go, they'll ask me for a signature drink. So a lot of the times my drink is the signature drink. When I take big batches of it, and then you select what you like to drink, and I pour that in it. So it's really customized to the customers. They created the alcoholic version, so it still flows like that.
So what's the most exciting part you found on this journey of being a newly found entrepreneur?
The most exciting part is providing a service that's outside of the box of something that I would normally do. It's fulfilling knowing that it's coming from me. It's coming from my hands and my hard work. Like I said, I work a full-time job. I don't like working overtime for my full-time job, because I want to work the overtime for myself. Something that I'm pouring love into. So that's the most fulfilling part, to see the reactions to the customers, and to have repeat customers, and for my clients to tell me, you're gonna be a success because we're gonna make sure of it.
Okay.
That's beyond me. That I'm like, this is way bigger than me. So it's just fulfilling. It's fulfilling on a whole nother level, because it's something I birthed.
Yeah.
And it's just taken off. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful.
Well, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations on everything you've started, especially since it was a surprise for you to actually be in the lane you're in. We look forward to seeing more things from you, even if we have more products.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for more things to consume that will make our events exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you local now, you're saying, and then now you're trying to do it. You don't ship yet though?
I do not ship. I'm working on it tomorrow, though. Tomorrow. So you caught me at a really good time. I'm actually in the process of taking these bottles and shipping them tomorrow. Just to, I have a test person, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ship this. We're gonna see how it, gets to you, because it's fresh fruit and honey. I like for it to be, to my clients within 2 days. It has a shelf life of 14 days. With the alcohol, it's much longer.
Okay.
But yeah, we're shipping. We're
Look
getting
forward to that. Hopefully before the holidays, because we may still be isolated, so we want a little taste test. So make sure you keep us updated on the website or on how we can order some, and shoot me the link so I can put you out there and we can get everybody with some nice signature tea from Fee.
Yeah. Yes, drinks on Fee. Since I have this interview, if I could leave the audience with anything, I would tell them that this is the season for believers to make boss moves. And when I say boss moves, I mean whatever it is. God has created a lane for us to do something outside of the box, outside of the norm, to draw people in. And this is just one of the ways that, one of the paths that was opened up for me. But who knows what it may be for someone else. Shoes, lip gloss, DJing, so just keep the faith. Keep the faith, and do not allow fear to cause you to stagnate or stop. Just keep going. Get started.
Okay. Well, thank you. I will not hold you any longer because you have work to do.
I do.
So glad we were able to hop on, seamlessly for right now. And so, like I said, keep me updated. I appreciate you taking time out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I appreciate the work you're doing, just to drive and just to show everybody that anything is possible. So you stay motivated, keep pushing, and I appreciate everything that you will do in the future. So congratulations on your victory so far.
Thank you.
And I will see you and talk to you soon. I will have an event just to get some tea.
You could just email me and
I will. So when you see it come across your screen, like, oh, here she goes. Yes. That's
no problem. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.